So this is the brand spanking new Warrior Mini 3 we're checking out in this video. I will have it linked down below so you can check it out. And if it's not on sale, you can use my coupon code SDNT10. Gets you 10% off anytime. And it helps my channel. So what do we have? We have the newest version of the Warrior Mini. There was the short-lived original version Warrior Mini, the fan favorite Warrior Mini 2, and now we have the Warrior Mini 3. I've had this for about 2 weeks, and I've been using it, obviously, and filming with it. It's nice. I'll tell you what it is. It's in between your Baton 3 Pro and your Warrior 3S. It really is. You have something that's in a baton style form factor, but yet with a tail cap switch and, you know, the functionality of a tactical flashlight. And for somebody like me, most days I am actually carrying 2 flashlights, the Baton 3 Pro and the Warrior 3S. So for somebody who doesn't want to carry 2 flashlights, but kind of wants the in-between of these two, this might be for you. So, we're going to watch some outdoor footage here so you can see the beam shots as I talk about features, output, and whatnot. Let's start out, though, by saying that the moonlight version is a really nice half lumen. And the thing that makes it very usable, and what's cool about this flashlight, is the Optic. And let me show you right here on the wall. The Optic is really tight. So that right there is even the low setting of 15 lumens. And, you know, I've got every single light on in this room so I can film. So you concentrate that beam and it's effective. That's what I like about my Warrior 3S. I like that tight beam. So that's great on its own, just in the low settings as is, in which I use those mostly. But the crucial thing for this light is your third setting is 120 lumens. That's perfect. Perfect for everything outdoors. And it'll actually run for 18 hours. So this has an 18650 battery in it, which makes the light, you know, small. You can pretty much conceal this thing in your hand. But to get 18 hours out of 120 lumens is really good. The next impressive thing is when you step up too high, it's 500 lumens. So more light than you would typically need for most things, but when you really need it, it's there. And it'll actually run like just under 4 hours. I think it's like just about 2 minutes under 4 hours at 500 lumens. For something with an 18650 battery in it, this small, yeah, that's pretty impressive. And then obviously your maximum turbo is 1750 lumens. It only lasts for 2 minutes. So turbo is one of those things, even with me, I use it sparingly. I rarely ever use turbo on my flashlights, but you get 2 minutes out of it. Then it jumps down to the 500 lumens, 210 minutes after that, which again, that 500 lumens is quite bright. You're not going to get the throw you need to get, but it's quite bright. And that's the other thing about the Warrior series is they really are a great in-between a thrower and a flood. And if you're curious about what is the beam pattern like on this, let me show you right here on the wall. So that right there is the new light, the Warrior Mini 3. And what it is actually most similar to, and I tested this outside and I tested it inside, is actually the Warrior 3, not the Warrior 3S. Warrior 3 on the right, Warrior 3S on the left. This is a tighter beam pattern. So, in actuality, that's even tighter than the original Warrior Mini. It's it's fitting to be in the Warrior family. And keep in mind what you're watching is cool white for the emitter. And what's included in the box is the standard Olight magnetic tail cap charging USB cable, and it comes with a lovely L stand. I love these things. I have them stuck all over the place. Now, speaking of the magnetic base bottom of the flashlight, that is different than the rest. They have revamped it, they have changed it, and it looks good. It feels really good. I will tell you, immediately upon using this, I noticed that it takes a lot more push to activate the flashlight, which is good, and it takes a real lot of push to get it to go to turbo, meaning it's not easy to stomp on it, which is a great thing, because some of the other ones, it's way too easy to hit turbo. So the new button feels great, but I want to show you something. Good or bad, I don't know. I guess it all depends on the user, but it could be something that may be useful to you in, you know, whatever working scenarios you have with the flashlight. But okay, so when you tail stand like the Warrior Mini 2, apply all the pressure in the world. You can't get that light to go on. The new flashlight, and let me remove my eyeballs from above it, when you push down on it, you can completely activate the light, and if you press hard enough, you can get it to stay on. So I was thinking about that in everyday carry, what it may imply, I don't know. But I will say that if you had this thing stuck on a wall or a refrigerator, somewhere where you left it, it would be actually quite useful to just walk by and, you know, be able to hit it. But that's just something that I wanted to point out because I noticed it right off. But with that being said, the proximity sensor in these is different than all the rest. Before, let's see, when you would, this is the Warrior Mini 2, when you would hit turbo and go near something, it would step down, which is great for safety reasons so you don't ignite yourself or wherever you have this. But that bothers a lot of people. And in reality, they may absolutely need all that, you know, brightness right there. Well, this is different. When you go into turbo, it does not step down. If you are right up against something and turn it on in turbo, it immediately steps down. So if you have this sitting in your pocket and, you know, your shirt's over it and you sit down in the car and it comes on, it's going to step down immediately. But you can also, so let's see, it steps down. If you hit it twice again, it comes right back on. So if you're trying to get at something and you're, you know, trying to keep it on high, click it twice again. So that's the new working setup of the proximity sensor. I thought that was pretty cool because, again, a lot of people just don't want that sensor on. For me personally, when I'm out metal detecting and, you know, say I just dug something, I need to take a picture of it, a lot of times I have to get my flashlight cranked up and right on it. See what's happening? It drops right down on me. So for something like that, that is actually a good feature to have because it can turn it on turbo, put it down, and it stays. Okay, so we talked about the tail cap switch. The side switch on this as well is now new, different, and improved. It's actually a metal switch. So very happily, when the new Baton 3 series came out, the button was enlarged. Love the buttons on these. This is probably my most favorite or most used light. I like the button on this better. I want this button on this flashlight. One, because it's metal, right? It feels awesome. Listen. Very responsive. That's important. Definitely important to me. Why? Because a lot of times when my light is on and I go to shut it off and put it away, I'm relying on hearing that click. So yeah, that's a huge improvement. These new side switches are great. That feels so good. It even the press feels different. I mean, I love that. Same thing, you can hear it click. But who would not want a metal button over a rubber button? I mean, I've had all these flashlights, some of them for years now, and I've never worn out a switch. Some people have, but I never have. But knowing that that's not going anywhere because it's metal is great. And then the beautiful blue bezel. The pocket clip is the same standard style, but now it's held on by, it's like 2 tabs. Oh, and I want to show you something. So if you pull the clip off, it's like a Olight Easter egg that I spotted. Because obviously I get the things and I pull them apart and look at them, and I found that under there. So little Easter egg for the Warrior Mini 3. So in reality, this is an overview video, not a review, because Olight sends this to me to test and to show you. But do I like it? Absolutely. I think it's much better than the original version and the second version. It really is between the Baton 3 Pro and the Warrior 3S. I mean, it is the complete in-between, as in it's the simple tubular style of a baton with the tactical side tail switch and tight beam pattern, you know, with some throw of the Warrior 3S. And that's really it. That's exactly how I would look at it. So that will fit the needs of a lot of people. I personally hope to see the Warrior 4S, if and when that ever happens, be built just like that, with a 21700 battery, with a neutral white option, thank you. And I think that would really satisfy a lot of people. So, alright everybody, I appreciate you watching. Check out the link down below. Use my coupon code if you're in need of a coupon code, SDNT10. And that's it. I will see you next time. Go check out the Warrior Mini 3 and all the other goodies.